Ebony Tuck got a chopped cheese out the Aki store. We not at war. Act like a child, well then I pop the hating ass nigga. Why you talking for? News travel fast. You think that you gon' up the score? Not in my chains, nigga. Hating on my drive cause I switch different lanes, nigga. Used to be a stand-up guy. Now you lame niggas. Targets on my back, but I'm Mac. And my aim bigger. You can check my jacket. Ain't no way you'll see a stain, nigga. Got it out the mud. Is that the reason you don't show me love? Or maybe cause I work and got a music buzz? You a dub, touch you out my circle. You using drugs, we used to hustle. No wonder why you pulled the plug. Friday nights we used to party, making moves in clubs. Now I switched up, why niggas? Cause you's a scrubs move.
Achilles, you turn heel, bro. How you go from being my man to be a weirdo? How you go from being stand up to be a scarecrow? Puppet hung up on some shit that happened years ago. You had your heyday, well fuck it, that's my last straw. Fire spinning, crashing out, this shit is NASCAR. Why the ones who talk the most always have a glass jaw? Do these birds dirty like a Randy Johnson's fastball? Last call, get what you want and get the fuck out. Trying to get a hit off me and wound up, struck out. Hoping to luck out, wait until you got the bucks out. Let me hold, always gotta come at it as comes out. Moral of the story is watch who's at your side. Not everyone gon' ride, be careful who you confide. Pat on the back with a knife, they do it with pride. They cry with your moms knowing he the reason that you died.
The hate is real, but the love is fake. It's universal, we can all relate. So step aside for this ride, let us congregate. It's like a mission of faith, Farrakhan. Nothing stay the same, shit gonna change just like tomorrow. That's how the world turns into faction for snakes and worms. March dirty on the heaviest cycle like toxic germs. They hate you while you're here, but they love you when you gone. The shit you get that's right off the shadow by your wrongs. The moment and the lights can really come in different forms, and the bigger the tornado, the more power in the storms, the more you keep it cool.
Oh, am I alone? You know who the fuck I am, motherfuckers. Full disclosure, bitches. Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I'm here. D was here. She gonna be back. I know she'll be back. But yeah, man, crazy fucking day I had today. Was supposed to be working and it started raining. I'm like, man, it's gonna be a beautiful day. Don't have to work. And then, had some shit come up. Then I had to take care of some business. Here I am, man. I'm here.
Getting booted from my own StreamYard is so crazy.
It's all good. It's all good. The song started fucking up. I'm like, something's about to happen. But we good.
All of a sudden I started getting the system notification. It's like StreamYard wait, and I'm like, no, wait, motherfucker, wait. Song. I'm like, don't you do it. Don't you do it. I swear to God, my computer's too old, man. Like, I swear I need a new one. Like,
technical difficulties happen all the time. I feel you.
This is an old bitch, man. But I am in the building tonight with the CEO of B.A.R.Z, Tommy B. Introduce yourself.
What's good? What's poppin'? It's your boy Tommy B, B.A.R.Z CEO. You already know the fucking deal, man. I'm here. Full disclosure. Monica, looking lovely as always. Thank you for having me on here.
Yeah, well, I didn't do anything special. I threw on a hoodie and said, called it a day. Like,
It's all good. Me neither. I'm wearing a fucking hoodie too. We good. We here.
yeah, yeah. Got my VME Queens hoodie on,
There you go.
representing the culture over here. But yeah. So Tommy B, man, it's good to have you on the show. We haven't had an interview in quite some time. I think the very first round of like it wasn't even called full disclosure. The very first round of interviews that I was doing was the first time I had you on my show, and it's been like a minute. So I'm excited to have you because like
Yeah.
I want to get down to the nitty gritty, like the stuff that people don't know about, and like get into the history. Like where did bars begin? What made you think to start a battle rap league?
Man, craziness. And just being, seeing how far, full disclosure has come, you know what I mean? Like being on one of the first shows before was full disclosure. So kudos to you. Like even I could feel like the confidence in you, talking and shit and really holding it down. So, salute to you and full disclosure. But yeah, as far as bars went, man, I've been a fan of hip hop my entire life. The first ever album I've ever listened to was Licensed to Ill by Beastie Boys. Stole that shit from my brother, who's like fucking 17 years older than me. I think I popped that in when I was like 7 or 8. Been hooked ever since with rap music, man. And through high school, I've always wanted to rap, always wanted to try it, but never really got into it until one of my homies hit me up. And salute to my man McCrazy, by the way. McCrazy, Josh McCray, he hit me up at high school, and we started doing after actually it was after high school. He hit me up, and just coming out of high school, you got nothing to do, and you're transitioning into working. And he hit me up. It's like, yo, you want to start rapping with me, man? I've been rapping for years, and you listen to the music. We get together on some music, and we fuck with a lot of music to each other. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'll fucking try it. And we started rapping, doing like freestyle events in his garage, smoking and drinking, partying and shit. And one thing led to another, man. We started having these freestyle battles, and I'm like, this is fucking dope. I love it. I love battling. Now I was all right with the tracks, but I loved the battle rap aspect, and I started getting into like Grind Time and early King of the Dot and the Elements League. Like I started getting in, started researching, and I was just hooked. And I was like, you know what, this is dope. We did this freestyle shit in the garage. There's got to be another way to do it, because every Sunday I was waiting, every Saturday Sunday I was waiting to do it, and I was like, I gotta try to figure something out. And just fucking light bulb went off in the head. Why not do it on the internet? And started doing text battles in 2012, and saw there's other text leagues out there, and I fucking add some people here and there, and the ball started to roll. Had 16 guys, and I was like, fuck it, let's try to make a tournament out of it, and here we are. 13 years later, we're here.
What was that like running a text battle league at first?
Man, like at first it was a lot of like, I want to say this without sounding stupid, but like there's a lot of like foreigners not knowing a lot of English and trying to get their slang and stuff. And you know uh it was there was the language barrier there, where we had to kind of like figure shit out, what people are saying and stuff. And having to read everything, and figuring the whole system out, like how are we going to do this. And like shout out to my man Tom Stees that hit me up, and like he was a part of he was like member number 3 or member number 4. My man McCrazy was there as well early in the early days. And Steez is like, man, fuck all this text shit. Like, you can do it on video. You know what I mean? This is we're going back to Blackberries, man. This is when we first like started having like videos, trying to do videos on your phone and shit. So yeah, if it wasn't for Steez saying that, who knows how long I would have been doing in the text thing. I'm pretty sure I would have thought of it myself, but he's the one that gave me that push to like really push for it. And the rest is history. I feel like the online battle rap essence is it's all video and the live stream shit now. So it's all about evolution, man. And I've fully remembering those days is really cool to see how it started to where we are. So it's
Do you
rewarding
feel
as fuck.
like bars is pivotal in the video battles?
Yeah, I feel like we were the ones that really were like groundbreaking. I'm sure there are other people doing it the way they did it before, but I feel like we were kind of like the ones that kept the ranking system and kept video, like actually had like an actual league with stats and shit. You know what I mean? I feel like we were kind of groundbreaking when it came to that with the online shit. I know Let's Beef was doing that, but we were the only one really doing it on Facebook, because the rest of all the Facebook groups were all text battling. I think that we were the one that kind of just jumped the gun and started doing the video shit first. But I don't know if we were the first ones to do it, but definitely probably the best ones to do it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's absolutely dope. So what was your first video battle? Do you remember?
Holy fuck. I want to say wow, because I was a part of that original 16 tournament, and there were some names that you guys like. There's Reppy was one of the guys that one of the early guys that was there. Um, damn. Red C was another guy that was a part of the league. He was actually the first ever bars MC of the year, which was like only like 2 months, but we kind of jumped the gun on that. Um, my first video battle, I battled a lot of guys from New Zealand. There was a Quiet Menace. Shit. There's a lot. I battled B.A.R.Z early on. Those are some of the names, like the earlier video battles I had. So those, I don't know exactly who was the first one, but those are some of the names.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we going
Um,
way back. My old ass is forgetting shit now, so yeah, I'm gonna have to start writing that shit down.
so when did you introduce the tag team battles?
Tag team, man, that came like I want to say 2015, 2016. Yeah, it was around that area. Kind of when Chrome came in. Chrome and one of his homies got together, Mac Vibes, and they're like, we want to do a tag team. And Foul and I forget Foul's boy's name. And he's like, we'll fucking do it. And that was the first one we ever did. So that was the first battle that we had, and that was like it kind of set the bar. And to this day, I don't see any battlers like tag team battles that are as good as that one because like Chrome and Max Vibe sat in the same car and rapped side by side against Foul and his guy, who actually did a video together too. So it was like the first time we had a battle where both teams were together. So that was really cool to see.
Right, to have that type of chemistry is awesome.
Yeah, and then just the performance aspect of it was really cool to see. It wasn't just like, I did my video and send it in and you do your video, we mix it together. No, they were, you know, going off what each other were saying and shit. So that was pivotal for sure.
Right, right. Definitely. Sets the bar for sure, and it makes a headway for people like going into the tag team division and like what you want to set your standard to.
Yeah. No, and just looking back on what the tag team division is right now, it's like it's one of those divisions that's so dope to see, but like it's just not many people are getting into it as much as I'd want it to. And that's kind of why I jumped in that tournament with Genesis to kind of like, fill the tournament and try to get him some, give it some moral, give it some prestige, what I mean, get more people involved with it. Now
I
hopefully it
feel like
takes off one day.
the tag team's kind of like a yo-yo. It has its pushes like up and down, up
Yeah.
and down, up and down.
Right. No, yeah. And that's why I'm gonna try to, bring it back again with the scramble tournament and another tournament as well. Try to do that sometime after summer. Just trying to take my time with every division right now. That's kind of the idea until I get the right people in the right places to take them over. Because we've been, you're a part of the committee. You see all the people that walk in and out of that bitch all the time, right? So it's only you,
Oh, right.
Colo, and me
It's
that's been there the
busy.
longest, right? So yeah,
It's busy for sure, and you got to
yeah,
have the right people in place. So,
yeah.
so the FemC division, it's not really popping right now, but we've had a pop in FemC division. Who's the most memorable FemC that you would say?
I mean, you're the queen right now. Like when you think of it, you're the only one that I think have won it. I think between you and one other female that's won it twice. You and Z, I think, won it twice. I think Chastity won it twice too. Chastity, that's going way back. She's like the original bars FemC. She used to do a lot of text battles. So Chastity's one that sticks out to mind. You Jessica Z was very pivotal in the actual females that can like, she can rap.
Yeah, Jess Z was really pivotal in our
Yeah.
FemC division.
And Nina Fey. She was one of those females. Was like the guys were like, holy fuck, like she's fire. You know what I mean? You guys those are the best. I think best of the best. Little Ma had her moment too. And she wasn't really into the online shit, so she's doing the live shit. But yeah, just thinking of Iggy Black was cool. She was cool, but she never took it serious either. There's so many femcs that I feel like if they took it serious, they would do really well. It just, they either went the music route or they, kind of went the live battle rap route.
We
But
were
right now,
also blessed with No She Bad as well.
yeah, No She Bad was, RIP No She Bad. She would have been something special. Unfortunately, what happened, and I still want to honor her name, with a a yearly card. Me and RD was supposed to do that, but RD's like kind of going through shit now too, so it's like it's hard to do. I wasn't gonna do it without him anyways, because know she was close to him
Mm-hmm.
and myself, so I wasn't gonna step on toes. But definitely when he's ready to do an event in her name, we'll definitely do that for sure. R.I.P. No, she bad.
No. R.I.P. No, she bad for real because she was a fucking queen. Like her Instagram bar will forever stick out in my fucking mind, bro. That was so fire the way she implemented that bar.
She had like she had the battle royale, like one of the better rounds of the battle royale back in the day, and
Mm-hmm.
it was between
Mm-hmm.
her and Otis at the end, and Otis ended up winning. Otis had a crazy round too, but yeah, she was like right there. So like she had all the tools, she just had to put it together. I mean,
Yeah,
unfortunately, it
she
happened.
was on her way. She was just
Yeah,
on her way, and it's just unfortunate that she was
yeah,
taken too soon.
yeah.
But she was a
And she
queen
went
for
at
sure, for
everyone.
sure.
She went at
Yeah,
everyone. Every
she had
family.
balls of steel, man.
Yeah,
She didn't give a shit.
yeah,
She didn't give a shit. She went at my throat over a comment.
yeah, yeah. She was one of those for sure.
Yeah,
For sure. I
it
mean,
it was
we've
over.
lost a lot. We've lost a lot of people don't realize that. I mean, 13 years, we've lost a lot of people through bars. And
Right, like we lost Jacob Tyree,
Jacob
and
Tyree.
he's one of our better judges. I didn't get to meet Jacob Tyree, but I've heard about his legend.
Yeah.
And if you want to like fill people in on who he was,
Oh yeah, just a great kid all around. Like he was a really good kid, really good guy. Like he was a very stand up guy. Anything, I had a lot of really genuine conversations with him in the inbox. Someone that just loved battle rap, man, and he showed that through his judgments. And actually, he there's a battle that he had. He actually battled once back in the day that we've lost. Unfortunately, I hate how we lost that content, but like, he could rap too. So the guy was a fan and he was a student of the game as well. So he definitely was one of our. There's a reason why he's in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he would have made it there regardless, of what's happened to him. He was in there because he was a great fucking judge. Every battle was broken down perfectly. It was just, we've lost a lot of names, man. Spider, we lost Spider as well. Spider
yeah.
the Godfather, he was the one that we lost, man. There's a ton. Red Rum, we lost him as well. There's a couple that are not, I can't think of right now, but we lost at least
Uh,
six or
one
seven
that
people.
starts with a V.
Oh,
Vanderbilt
Venable. How
or
do I forget Venable? Venable,
Venable.
like how do I forget that? My apologies for that. But like there's so many names that we lost through bars. Um that and he was like one of the original ones. Venable was he helped a lot with judges too, and he was like an OG in the game, man. I hate that I
Yeah.
forgot that. I feel like a piece of shit, but he knows I love him. And he actually his messages to me all the time were like the most like backhanded compliments, but the love was always there. You know what I mean? He always cared about bars.
Yeah, I heard good things about him for sure. He was really well loved in the community, and
Yeah.
that's why his name didn't really stick with me, but it did stick with me. I remembered the V part of it, but I was like,
Right. Well, the one thing about him, he was always like hit and miss, right? Like he'd be there for a while, and then he'd go off, and then we wouldn't see him for a year or two, and then he'd come back, and then he'd go through his trials and tribulations, and then right before his passing, he was like really into battle rap, and like I feel like that helped him a lot throughout his addiction problems, where he would he'd use that as an outlet to get away from the bullshit. Unfortunately, I mean,
and
I know
that's and that's the thing about bars is that people actually do use this as an outlet to get away
yeah.
from not just their addiction issues, but mental health and stuff like that too. And how do you feel about your platform being used in that type of like therapeutic aspect?
Yeah, and honestly, that's the reason why I do it. And how many times I've wanted to leave and not do this anymore. One of the main reasons is that people need this. I do this because people want to be here to be a part of and use it as an outlet. Not only create your own legacy, create your own fan base, create your own battles and stuff you can look back on, but it also takes people off the streets. It also takes people off addiction. What I mean? Anything that if you're addicted personality, battle rap's a perfect thing for you because you could do this every day of the week if you wanted to. You know what I mean? And
It's very addictive. It can be very addictive and a good addiction replacement.
Yeah, no, yeah, and that's one thing. A lot of people have hit me up like, thank you for taking me off the streets and giving me something to do, because if it wasn't for bars, I don't know where I'd be. Now I've even had it like people like, yo, I'd be in jail right now if it wasn't for bars, because I'm not on the street gangbanging. I'm not on the street fucking moving fucking product. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way the world is now, man. And that's why I keep doing the shit. Is like, it's not. I'm never gonna get rich off this. I do it because people need it and I love it. You know what I mean? It's not. It's a part of me now. You know what I mean? 13 years is not something that you could just get rid of. You know what I mean? I don't think I
Tanner
can.
Repsol says bars has been highly therapeutic for me since my near-death accident 3 years ago.
That's awesome. I love hearing that shit. That's amazing. I was addicted to
Yeah,
pussy till I
no.
joined bars. Well, you better get back to that.
Come
Now I
on,
get
Mo, we
nut.
can't be giving a pussy.
Yeah, now he gets numb because he's on fucking bars all day. That's my bad. I'm cock blocking you, Mo. It's my bad.
That group chat, though, that group chat's hella addicting.
Yeah, I don't know how many times the group chat has like made crazy moments. Not only like through us fucking around, but also like pure human moments too. Like people have helped each other out through that shit and gone through a lot of shit together in those chats. So a lot of people hate those chats because I make so many of them. But the reason why I make so many of them is because it's easy to keep everyone together when we do events and shit, and I just never delete them, and then they end up turning into bigger chats, and here we are.
Yep, 100%. 100%. I love those chats, man. If it wasn't for those chats, my days would be boring.
No, yeah, you're one of those is like, what's going on? It's quiet in here. What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's another
Yeah,
that's
you
another
guys
way.
are too quiet.
Yeah. If it's too quiet in there, it's either some fucking crazy shit's happening behind scenes, or we better worry about something happening. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I know that that's a big part for you too. You're in there every day and you're shopping it up with everyone.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it gives you like a social aspect as well, if you don't really have much of a social life outside of you know, outside.
And that's another thing I got a lot too. Was another thing I got a lot too was like, bro, like I had no friends or no, I didn't fuck with nobody until I met this guy in bars and this guy in bars and this guy in bars. Like, thank you. And I'm like, that's dope, because I'm kind of the same way. I kind of have like a tight 3 friends, but I really gained a lot of friends through this too as well. So it works out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very much the same way. Like I have my circle, but like I'm gaining uh friendships that I would never normally have had,
Yeah,
but
and
because of
business
bars.
connections too. Like business connections. I've seen people go and get signed on King of the Dot because they saw a bars battle. You know what I mean? I saw guys go on URL, and MK came from here. You know what I mean? Like there's guys that have gone very far through bars, and that's helped them get to where they are now today.
And
So
speaking of MK, it's not just MK that's what it went through bars. You also had Chrome go through
Chrome,
bars. Like who
yeah.
who else has gone through bars and has kind of made it?
Chrome. I mean, drops. You can kind of put drops in that category too, because him and you MK did that together, kind of, sort of, right? Um, we had Bobby Uptown that started out here, and he's doing his thing right now. That's doing big things. Streets Messiah, aka Coda Streets, he started off here, and he went and did the URL thing. Um, even Conflicts is not here, but Conflicts Bars played a big role in getting him to the live stage and doing a lot of battles. And King Stiz battling in iBattle, he started off in bars. So like, there's a lot. I'm sure there's other ones that I've seen that I just sometimes just can't think of everything. It's just like the Venable thing. Like there's a
Reese
lot.
was saying Rude was on King of the Dot.
Rude was on beast mode, but he was I believe it was Chronic battled in King of the Dot from Halifax. Yeah, Chronic was here. Yeah, he didn't start here though, so he was on King of the Dot in the early days too. Um, Stiz on We Go Hard. Yep, and I battle. Yep, for sure.
So we had a lot of people do have some come up, but from starting at bars, which is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, not many leagues can say that. You know what I mean? Not many leagues can say, especially online leagues, can say that they've had rappers start in their league and go and make. I mean, when you talk about battle rap and where you want to be in URL or King of the Dot. Not many people can say that, not many league owners can say like, hey, that's my guy. He started here. You know what I mean? Which is an honor,
And
which I wear as a badge of honor because I'm proud of that.
I think that's what people don't really understand about battling on bars. I mean, they see it as an online battle league, but there's eyes on you when you battle here. People are actually watching you and seeing what you can do because they want to see what you can do for their league.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of the live guys, and that's what this league's all about, is it's about building your it's like the gym. You go to the gym to work out and you get your reps in. And then when you go to play the game time, which is the big leagues where you actually make it to the big leagues, you're going to be ready. You know what I mean? You start off battling here on video. You don't have a crowd in your face, but at least you're spitting and memorizing your material. And then, when you want a crowd in your face, on the spot type shit, then you start doing it on Facebook Live where you fuck up, you got one chance, one opportunity to kill it. And then your next level would be on the stage. We can't replicate, actually people like grabbing your shirt and throwing you all over the place and talking in the background, but this is as close as you can get when you're developing. But I feel like the guys
And
that are already on the live stages, like honestly, if you start and go straight to a live stage, but you start, a guy that starts and then goes straight to the live stage doesn't do the online shit. Half these online guys that are learning to become to the top stages, these motherfuckers are gonna fuck these guys up that have no idea how to battle rap yet. Like they don't learn what the guys in bars learn on the way up. So like I feel like we have an advantage to go in there sharp compared to a guy that's still figuring things out in the live scene. They don't have to go through the chokes. They don't have to go through the bumps and the bruises. They don't have to learn how. They don't, like B.A.R.Z teaches you. You know what I mean? You lose in a battle, you look and see what the judges say, and you use that to make yourself better. You know what I mean? We have a scorecard for a reason. You know what I mean? We try to teach different aspects of what you need to be successful, and that's a
yes,
beautiful thing. And it's for free,
yes,
motherfuckers.
yes, that's true. And you don't even have to leave your own house.
That's it. Comfort of your own home. That's why we are what we are today, is because the work ethic that I have and the culture that we have here and the people seeing what's possible. That's why we keep doing it.
So when did you decide to bring in other divisions like the banger division, the diss track division? Uh, you talked about the tag team division, but like when did those divisions start becoming a vision for you?
Andy Crisp was one of the big main guys that like, hey, we need to try this, we need to try that, because he was a part of the B.A.R.Z committee at the beginning. He was my VP when I first started. A guy that like kind of one of those guys that dissects everything he does. We got one of these guys that really passionate about what he does, just like me. And he's like, we like the battle rap shit, you know what I mean? We like the acapella stuff, but let's see who can really rap. And I'm like, well, how do we do this? Because we're still just getting to know the videos and how, playing a song, playing a beat in the background and having them rap. We don't know how that would sound on a video. So we kind of like experimented with the on wax when it came to that. But he was the first one to be like, hey, let's do bangers. Let's just put music. He actually came up with the name Bangers. Which till this day is kind of controversial because a lot of people's like, well, do I have to have a really smashing song to win in the bangers division? I'm like, no, it's just a song versus a song. That's just the name of the division, is the bangers. But yeah, Andy was pivotal on bringing that to the league. And I feel like that had the first, it was the bangers. It had they gave the ball rolling for the diss track, and then the on wax came after that. So it was kind of the one that gave us a push to like, okay, I like rap and everything, and I love battle rap, but I love hip hop and rap in the same aspect as well. So, and that's why our league's called Battle Arena Rap Zone. Yeah, it's the battle arena, but it's also the rap zone where you have music and you rap.
I was gonna ask if BARS was an acronym for
Yep,
anything.
yep. That was the
Battle Arena
spot.
Rap Zone. We heard it here first. Now we know what it means.
Yeah, man. That was the idea with it, because I was always
Oh,
afraid of. I always wanted to like. At first, it was just going to be a hip hop page when I first made it with battles, but then the battles got so popular and the people just keep coming in. And majority of the people that were in the group at the beginning were all rappers. You know what I mean? Not many. Now we have fans, which is cool. Before we just had rappers talking about rappers. Now we have people that are here, like Tanner, for instance. He's not really a rapper. He has rapped in a bit, but he's a fan of what we do. You know what I mean? George Nance, he's a fan of what we do. They tune into every event because they want to see what happens next.
mm-hmm. Hmm. You have followers for sure. And I mean, what was that like? You've done it now twice, 13,000 followers. What was it like to hit it the first time?
You know what? The ball just, I just I never really paid attention. The first time I never really paid attention to how much people was coming in. I mean, I knew they were coming in, but I never thought it would hit 13,000. It actually hit 14,000 before we left. That was the number. So we have to remember that, we did it twice now. So we recovered and then we lost our YouTube channel as well. So like we've had some fucking shit, right? So yeah, it's fun. If and that really told me like when I lost the Facebook page the first time, I was like, oh fuck, that really sucks. But I was like, fuck it, I want to come back. And then I made the channel two, and then channel two made it to where it was like really fast too, like 2-3 years maybe, and we were back to it. And then when we lost the YouTube channel, that was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to quit. Now we're back to, our YouTube channel is not back to where it was, but I feel like since we lost the YouTube, our Facebook like page blew up because now all the content goes there, and now everyone can see it on Facebook when most of the people are Facebook users anyways. So it really was a blessing in disguise. And Facebook doesn't really fuck with YouTube like that. They don't really um, allow the traffic to go to the links. So that's why the YouTube kind of is hurting.
That's fair. That's fair. So, I mean, you're not right back to your YouTube, but I bet you've noticed an increase on the Facebook, which is definitely better. Um, I'm stalling out for a question.
All good. It's all good. Um,
So,
but yeah, the YouTube thing, and like, let's be honest, none of this shit makes us any money. Like, it's literally pennies until you get monetized. When you to get monetized is hard as fuck, and then once you get monetized, it's not even like worth it. It's just an outlet to get everyone out there. You know what I mean? One day if we get to a certain numbers where we start, instead of like we're doing good with the views. Like our last event, the live event was the most views we ever got on a stream was 3,700 views in 9 days, which was crazy to me. That's not really,
that's
and really that's not shit. That
amazing.
really, it's amazing for us, but really that when you think about it, that's not shit compared to like some of these guys that are getting thousands and millions of views, right? So for us, it's amazing. But yeah, I feel like I said, like losing the YouTube channel was a blessing in disguise because the Facebook page got that much more attention. Instead of someone going to YouTube to watch the battles, they went on Facebook, and next thing you know, Facebook had another battle pops up, and then another battle. Next thing you know, they're on Facebook easily just scrolling. So, um,
So, what made you think about these monthly events like Don't Get Smoked for?
um, I've always wanted to do two a month, but two a month is too much. So we stuck to one. There was a point where we were doing 2-3 events a month. And when I had people, working and handling events, back in the Da Uno days, Da Uno did his own events. Ruthless did his own events. So it was cool. But me, I can only handle one event, honestly. The whole preparation. I mean, as a GM, the amount of work that
Hmm.
not only goes into promoting the battles, but also a lot of work goes into getting the battles, together, and make sure you're following up on people about the rounds, and you're uploading it, and then you're downloading it, and fucking yeah, it's a lot of work. And then on top of that, once you drop the whole entire event, guess what? You got to go find judges. Guess what? 3 times the amount of battles you got to find judges for it. So yeah, it's one event is just the perfect. That's why I do one-offs. Anyone who wants to battle anytime, you can battle anytime here in bars. But if you want to get on the card with the most eyes, that's the way to go on the card.
Polo
But yeah,
wants to know which rapper is currently the face of bars.
Mofire, simple. Mofire is definitely the
Just
face
like
of
that.
bars.
Just like that. Mo Fire is
Yeah,
the face of bars.
yeah, but I'm telling you right now though, like that could change because we have the banger division tournament popping off, we have the on wax division tournament popping off, and then we have fucking locked and loaded too. So that face could change if because Mo's a part of both of those tournaments and the card. So if he catches some losses, and a guy like Beware or Antonym or even Polo, PA fucking Glow 3-0, um, any given Sunday. But right now, Mo Fire is the face of bars without a doubt. He's winning in every division.
So, who are your top? 5 right now as we speak.
Like battle rappers in general, like famous battle rappers
In
or
in
bars guy?
in, in bars.
Like of all time or active?
Active.
Active? Wow. There's a lot of, I mean, the talent's different the way it was. Like before, like the Zucci Mane and Fabe era, that was a really good era. But I feel like this era is better talent wise. I feel there's more people more involved, it's more active. B.A.R.Z is one of my favorites. Win or lose, I think he's funny as fuck. I think he's got the whole
He's
entire
got my
fucking
heart.
product. He's got your heart. Um,
He's got my heart.
uh, I mean, Mo Fire, just for obvious reasons, he's killing it. He's fire. He's really good. Um, I put Antonym in there. Antonym's one of my favorites. Antonym's really dope. It's really cool to see him come into a battle rapper compared to just, and it's cool because Mo Fire was kind of the same way too. Like, they started off making music and now they're transitioning to battle rap, and they're doing it very fucking easily. It's very hard for a rapper to transition into a battle rapper. Um, who else would be there? Joe Piff, I'd put in there. I really fuck with what Joe Piff has been doing. He's going after these big battles, but also on the other hand, he's losing them, but he's still battling and he's making good content. Shooter's another one. I really fuck with what Lethal Shooter's doing. I feel like if he just stayed active, he'd be one of these guys that's a top guy. But
He's deadly.
yeah, he's very good. Contacts is I'm really becoming a big fan of Contacts recently too. That diss track he did for the battle royal, and then the battle that he had on Crowd Command was fucking crazy. Like, there's a lot of guys there. There's like 6-7 guys are just listed. So yeah, right now the league's hot and the tournament or the talent's hot right now. It's hard to pick, but it would be my top 5. It'd be Mo Fire, Antonym, Beware, Shooter, Piff, and then then it's up for grabs. I'm really starting to come around to Garnet. I think he's funny. I think he's good. Um, who's another name that could be possibly there in a little bit? I mean, like I said, Contacts has got to be in there too. So yeah, it's so many right now.
Yeah, we definitely have a really good roster right now, like a really active roster. Who's somebody who you think needs a little bit of work, but you think has potential to make it?
Garnet, I think he has potential. I feel like he does have to kind of find himself when it comes to how he wants to battle. Does he want to go that funny route? Does he want to do the? I think he should stay away from freestyling. I think everything he does he should write. Um, but yeah, I think that Garnet has a tremendous amount of talent. I feel like he's got the drive to do it. He's just got to have the right mentor. He's got to find himself and really, you know, go off the comedian. I think he's a funny dude. I think he says some funny shit, and his delivery needs work as well. But I feel like he's got a lot of potential. I think Beware could be a fucking superstar. I think that with the right now in bars he's killing it. I feel like he's the next one to like hit a stage and be really good. Just because he's different than everyone else and he's funny and he could do the street shit. He could do the metaphors. He could do the wordplay too. He's not a one dimensional rapper. Like, he does a lot of the stuff that other rappers just don't even try to touch.
Yeah, Beware's definitely on his way for sure. For sure. And like honestly, like I didn't fuck with Beware when I first heard like his first few rounds. I was just like, maybe this isn't for me. It's kind of silly. But then he had this one round, I can't remember who it was against, but I was like, that's fucking fire.
Yeah.
That's fucking fire. Like the whole round was just haymaker after haymaker.
His
And I
battle
was like,
versus Rhyme Clops was his first battle, and a lot of people hated on it, but I thought it was funny. I thought he was funny. I was like, this guy's funny.
I didn't, I wasn't sure of his delivery with his first battle with Ryan
Yeah,
Kloss.
I think he had to learn that transition to because he battled live before, I think, or he was used to the live thing where he'd rap and then kind of wait for like the crowd to react, but and he had that in his round where it was kind of like a couple like dry moments where he would just not be saying anything. So maybe
Yeah,
that's where it comes.
yeah, for sure. But then once I got over that and I started listening to what he was actually saying, I was like, yo, he's actually fucking fire. Like
Oh yeah,
he's got bars.
right. Facts.
They're making fun of me in the chat.
What else is new? You
They've
got
been
lit up.
roasting me all fucking day.
You got lit up with those pictures today, man.
I got
Hey,
lit the fuck up.
fuck AI, by the way. AI is fucking evil.
Yo, those fucking photos were too funny. The one
Bro,
with me at a funeral was the one that got me the
the one
most. I
Polo did
started
with you sit,
laughing.
the one the one where you sitting on the couch with all the men surrounding you, I was like, holy fuck. Like I thought that was hilarious. Polo's a fucking
Bro, I was in tears laughing at these photos. These were too good. Like I was like, man, I share a picture of me looking fucking good, and then they come out with
and
this shit.
you
Did you
look
see
like
the one that most?
you
Did you
lost like
see?
you lost a lot of weight. Like you look great right now. You look very healthy. That's
I
that
lost
picture.
43 pounds.
That's wild. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Dude,
So I was dressed up nice. I was wearing a nice dress last night, and I got a nice picture. And I was like, I'm gonna share this picture because it's actually a nice picture. And then fucking Mo puts the Ozempic ad up, and I was
yeah.
like, Yo, Mo, save this for promo.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Like I saw it. I thought it was funny too. But yeah, the promo.
Yo, the Ozempic ad had me rolling.
He's
I was
taking
like,
away
that's
ankles.
fucking dead.
Yeah, that's dope. Most funny as fuck.
Oh,
That's why I'm excited about this comedy thing that Tanner's got going on the 29th. Like guys like Mo Fire and like Polo are gonna fucking tear it up.
oh my God, I want Final Word to enter so
Final
bad.
word. Primero would be funny too.
Primero
Art
would be hilarious.
Garnet
Garnet,
would be funny.
Garnet would be so funny in there.
I think even Piff would be funny. I think Piff saying I think he doesn't try to be funny, but it's
Come
just funny
on,
anyway.
dude. I
Yeah,
know.
come on,
Right?
dude.
Yeah, 100%. No, we have a lot coming up, actually. Like, we have Locked and Loaded coming up. We have the Bangers Battle Tournament coming up. We have the On Wax Tournament coming up. Like, we have a fuck ton coming up this month. And
We're
then we
about to
have
get
the Comedy Challenge.
we're about to get real fucking active. May's gonna be crazy.
It's kind of
Starting this Saturday.
wild. It's kind of wild. Like bars is never quiet.
No,
You
it
never have a
has
dull moment, eh?
no. It's never. It's a my. I swear to God, like my phone is surgically attached to me. Like it's like, I don't. I'm hooked. Everyone else. I'm sure that's what the. I'm sure that's the same with everyone else too. You know, me even more so because I have to run the bitch. But like, yeah, we active. We've always been
Yeah, now
active.
I have a watch. Now I have a watch that has notifications
Oh
on top of
no!
it.
Oh, you're fucked now.
I never get away from it.
No, you're a lifer now. You're a lifer.
Yep.
You always been. You always been
Yep.
a lifer. You always been a lifer
I've
since day
always
one.
been a lifer
You've
since
seen a
day
lot.
one.
You've seen a lot in here.
I've seen so much shit.
You've seen too much in
Seen
here.
all the eras. I've seen
Yeah,
all the eras. Well, since 5 years ago, six
yeah,
years ago now, almost 6 years ago.
yeah,
But that's crazy that I've been with bars almost 6 years.
yeah.
That's
And
wild.
you've helped a lot of people along the way. You've helped the league a lot. You've been the sponsor for a lot, and I can't thank you enough for sponsoring the league because the league really does appreciate it. And
Yo,
like
I love this league. When we talk about what the league does for some people, like for me with my mental health, the way that this league has been there and like actually held me down during a time where I wasn't good,
yeah,
I can't thank it enough. Like the people that were here to support me and to check on me and make sure that I was good, like that means the most to me.
right.
And I will always be here to say thank you back. Like always.
Oh, we're happy to have you, man. And I'm glad that
So
that was an outlet for you to help you. You know what I mean? That's why I do this shit. You know what I mean? That's why.
yeah, man. It honestly, like I can't even say thank you enough. Like it means a hell of a lot to me. Like
That's
when
family.
people say like
We family, D. You know that.
you're not good, but like that people are checking on you and they know you're not good. Like you got the real ones in your corner. Like
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Bars. When I say bars fam, I mean I really mean it. It is a family. There are some people that don't, you don't get along with, you don't like, but at the end of the day, we're all in this for the same reason. And that's to become better rappers and to get more following and to be better, be as good as we could be. And but also, you know, just being a part of something that's special. You know what I mean, we're all, regardless of what happens with the league, we're all a part of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's why
Exactly. It's
I always say the bigger bars gets, the bigger the rappers get. You know what I mean? In order for the rappers to get big, the league has to get big, because the bigger the league is, the bigger the rappers will get, the more eyes are going to be on you. That's why it's important to like invite people to the league, because if Mo adds 15 people tomorrow, then fucking Guns will add another 20 the next day. And next thing you know, we're all pushing towards the same project. Next thing you know, next album drops, just blows up because everyone's fucking with it.
fucking
45.
Polo.
That's my VP. So
Fucking Polo.
shout out to Polo, man. Even when he's not around, he's still here helping, man. Like behind the scenes, he's always been there when I needed him. He's been a big part of what we do. So, you know, salute to Polo. He's definitely the guy.
Yo, he's fucking hilarious. Yeah, they were doing impressions of me in the chat room earlier today too. Man, these guys are some funny motherfuckers. Telling you, I couldn't make it through a day without these guys. Like, I need to laugh at their shit.
Yeah, I gotta work on those fucking archives, because I'm gonna start making like solo videos for the archives, like
Oh my
the
God.
best of D Matrix archive video. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do like the best of Joe Piff, the best of like everyone.
Yes, definitely do that. Definitely do that. So, um, with bars with Locked and Loaded, do you think you can leak us some of the battles?
Well, there's a couple battles that everyone already knows. They just don't know what's on the card. Like obviously the main event, you know, King Stiz and Black Zod. That's going to be a good battle just because of the two storylines. Um, but we already know that Antonym and Joe Piff are talking hella shit, so that battle's booked for that. We already know that Mo Fire and Garnet's been putting out a hilarious promo. That's going to be on Locked and Loaded, so I'll give you guys the scoop on that. But yeah, slowly but surely we'll be dropping matchups. But you know, I'll say this: a lot of people that are active in bars right now that are on the power rankings, they're all over this event. This event's going to be smaller, but a lot of the guys that are active are really gonna like. It's going to be stacked. Locked and Loaded is going to be a really good card.
Stacked event. That's awesome. I'm excited. I'm so excited for Locked and Loaded. And then our banger tournament's gonna be fucking. Yeah, I guess you don't have the card available. I don't have the card available
Well,
either.
all the battles that are on the first round of the tournament is this Saturday. So we'll see everyone that's in the tournament. We'll see at least one battle, and then we'll see who moves on. Hopefully, I can get all the battles done in 1 week, and then the next week have the next round, and so on and so forth. And then probably the finale of the banger tournament is probably going to be unlocked and loaded. That's the plan.
Oh wow! So you're planning on moving really quickly with the banger tournament.
Yeah, because I feel like it's important to get the champion out of the way and find out who the champion is. Regardless of what happened with diverse and whatever, all that bullshit. The league has to move on. Same with the shit with core. Like whatever happens, and it is what it is. But we're still here, and we still got to do what we got to do. I wish them the best doing whatever they're doing, but like we still have to keep the league moving. And I feel like that's
Do we know?
important it's important for the diss track division and the banger division and the on wax division to have champions, because they have to represent that league, and they're also going to be able to keep that division going. It's a new era.
Right. Do we know the judges?
So I've sat down and really thought about who the judges are going to be, but a lot of you guys are in the tournament, so I'm probably going to I'm going to outsource judges from either probably get Crowd Command in here to help out. I'll talk to see what some of the guest judges we had for Locked and or not Locked and Loaded, Don't Get Smoked 4. I'm gonna try to talk to them, but also like it's gonna be people that are well, good enough to do it. Tanner's always a good judge. I do have people in the committee that could do it. Polo's a good judge. He's not in the banger tournament. So yeah, I'll definitely list it for everyone. I don't know if I want to use the same 3 judges for every battle because that might be a little too much. But I'm definitely going to use a lot of the same judges, but not just for every battle because that's just too much work, especially the first round. First round's going to be a lot of
That's
battles.
that's fair. How do you see the tournament going?
I believe we did the predictions 2 weeks ago, and I had MoFire versus Swake for the championship. That's what I had.
That's a solid prediction. Yeah,
And that's a
I'm
good
in the
score.
tournament, and that's a solid prediction.
Yeah, you're gonna have a tough time in the first round, but if you get past the first round, you never know. I think the first round's the most important round in the tournament.
If I get past the first round, the way I predict it is I'm out the second round. There's so many solid people in the tournament that like my music won't hold up to the people that are in the tournament. Just I know it's not even productivity wise I can hold up to them. It's just the type of music that I have in comparison to the bangers that are going to be produced. There's
Right.
no way that my music can hold up to them. Like it's
You get
just
you're getting
love,
yourself.
there's levels to this, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I know where I stand. I'm not delusional. So like, you know, I'm going in with my music, but like it's there's levels to this. And by the second round, there's obvious levels to this.
I think the
So
win. If you win the first round, that's a big thing. That's a big win for you. That's very big for you,
mhm.
right? Because it
I
shows
think
that
if I win the first round, it'll be off like production.
yeah, and it's gonna show that you can do you have something. You know, it showed that you can win in the banger division, and then that might give you a push to do some more music.
I have a solid track. Like it's pretty good. It's just not everybody's cup of tea. Like you
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's gonna come
It's
down to preference. It always is. Banger division's always gonna come down to preference. Quality has a lot to do with it too. If it sounds good, you have a good chance of
but the
winning.
quality is fucking
Yeah,
super.
yeah,
So like it's studio quality. I went to a really good studio. My producer knows what the fuck he's doing. So
right.
I'm definitely good there, but like it's whether or not you fuck with my music in general.
I think choice of what you use is a big thing that's going to play in anyone's success in the tournament. Know who you're know who you're battling and kind of know what they're going to put out there. So if they're putting out like if you're battling someone that's going to have like a really like a hood banger, like try to maybe deflect that with like a real life situation song or like kind of throw it a curveball because then you're gambling on the fact that you're going to get a judge that's going to fuck with that kind of song compared to what they're putting out there. So try to figure out what your opponent's going to put out there. And if you think you can make a better hood track than them, then put out a hood track. You know what I mean? Got to be strategic.
Yeah, 100%. See, I don't have hood tracks. I only have
Right.
emotional tracks
Yeah.
or like I have a banger track, but like
Right.
I don't have hood tracks per
No.
se.
No. But you also have like you can probably have a club song or like a storytelling song, emotional shit like that works too. You know what I mean? That if it's a well put together song and it sounds good, that's going to be big for you. And I know you got music that sounds good because I've heard some of your songs before. I'm like, this is D Matrix. Didn't you? What was the song that you did with miscellaneous? Then you beat
Warfare
Core.
Mind State.
You beat Core, didn't
Warfare
you?
Warfare Mind State. Yep.
Yeah, and you beat Core. So if you can beat Core, you can beat anyone in that tournament because Core is amazing at music.
Yep. So and that was something that I never even expected. I don't even count it as a win.
Hey, you got to though. You got to, and you got to make sure you hold that person to that L. But yeah, those that was dope.
Those were the days, man.
That
Those
was a
were
different
the
era.
days. That was
That
back
was a
when
different
Peter was
era.
the banger.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Back in Alpha days.
The Alpha Squad days. R.I.P. Alpha Squad. That was a
Yeah, we
bad
don't
idea.
have that anymore.
That was a bad
That
idea.
was a bad idea, Tom.
But it
You
was
gotta
cool. It
shame
was
me for
fun.
that.
It was fun while it lasted too, because that's when I kind of went heel and like people are like, "Oh, he's just doing this just to." And then it was. I did it to spice up the league. You know what I mean? It was at a time where I thought like the league was at a standstill and it was like the battles were getting repetitive. I'm like, fuck it, let's put a battle crew together and let's make them all committee members, so people can be like, "What the fuck is happening?" and then let's put them, and don't get it twisted. It was never like, let's put all the belts on them. Let's get them all these wins. I did make them committee members because I trusted them to put the league in the right direction, which was a mistake, by the way, because they didn't have that feeling. They didn't want to have the league in the right direction. They had their own little agendas, but that wasn't the plan. The plan was to get the league to hate Alpha Squad, so they would be like, I don't want to be like Born Hood, but even have something to battle Born Hood, because we didn't really have another squad, because we had 2MG, but they weren't really a battle rap crew. So, I tried to bring different things to bars, and that's the thing with doing anything. Some things hit, some things miss. It's just the way it goes, just like business.
Yep. Yep. No, and it was fun while it lasted, and then I got my ass handed to me by Better Than You.
Yeah, that's another fancy that, like, if like she really wanted to fucking take over the league, she could.
Yo, she was fire, bro. She was fire.
And she had like she had a following, like she had like people that really paid attention to what she was doing. That battle versus Nikosi
Yep.
was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, her bars were fucking incredible. Like she
Yeah.
was fire. She knew how to battle. That girl should have stuck around. And she was hated. She
Oh
knew
yeah.
she knew how to fucking get people to watch her.
She was like, no, she bad. She didn't give a fuck what you thought. She was gonna say fuck. She's gonna say what she's gonna say, and you're gonna deal with it.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
that girl was something else. I did not like that girl.
No, Genesis is. I mean, the way Genesis battled last battle, I do need a new tag team partner, but I'm not gonna get a new partner. We're gonna lose with Grace. But we'll see who's gonna be that
Yeah.
team to challenge us.
Yeah.
And then I'll
After
probably hang it
Genesis
up.
is
I'll
lost.
probably hang it up after that.
You're
Uh,
done?
just done rapping. Yeah, I just don't have the time for it.
That's
But then
fair.
again, but then again, I'll be like Guns, and I'll be like, who else? A guy that retires and comes back a billion times. You know what I mean? Like, I might be one of those guys. Like, okay, I'll come back just this one time. Or Genesis. That's what Genesis wants to do. He just wants to battle once in a while, like he came for the League versus League. But that was a bad thing on his part because I knew he wasn't going to be prepared. He's blowing up on
No,
TikTok.
he
I
didn't
get it.
practice at all.
No, he didn't even
Bro,
have.
the way he stumbled on his first bar, I knew he was gonna fuck up the rest of it. And I was like, no, you didn't, bro. No, you
Oh,
didn't fuck up your first bar.
he's always had that problem. His memorization's always been a problem with him. He's had a lot of chokes, but he's a fire writer and
Oh,
he's got good material.
but
He
you're
just
reading your round and you're stumbling your first bar, bro. Come on.
yeah, that happened. It did happen. Fact.
Like, I can talk about it because I'm a stumbler. I'm allowed to talk shit, like, completely. So I can say something. But, like, what the fuck, bro?
You know a stumble when you see one. I hear
I
you.
know a stumble when I see
But you've
one.
come a long way too, man. I think that you can get a clean round off now. I think maybe just one round, but I feel like obviously with what you're saying with what's your medication's kind of fucking with you, so that's kind of a thing you gotta figure out. But you know
It's been
it's all
fucking with my writing. Like, I've had such a writer's block. It's been unfucking believable. But, like, lately, bars have been coming to me. So I've been kind of writing them down on a one-off. Like,
good.
just
That's good.
get that written down real quick so you don't lose it. Like,
Just watch everything Zod does from now on until the battle. Just
bro, I've already started writing for Zod a while ago. I was like, I'm not gonna lose this battle. I'm gonna start writing for Zod because I'm not fucking losing this battle.
and if you beat him and become number one contender, that'd be the first time any females ever
That
done
would
that.
be crazy.
Yep.
That would be crazy. Because
No
Keita
one's ever
lost her
come close.
battle.
Yep.
Yeah,
And you know
Keita
what else
lost.
is a big thing? You know what's a big thing for you that you probably don't notice? You have the most wins out of any female in the singles division. That's
That's crazy.
yeah. Jess Z didn't
That's
have that many
crazy.
battles. Jess Z never had that many battles. Nina Faden was mostly FemC battles. Um, Little Ma didn't really battle here as much. No, she bad. She had a short-lived career, unfortunately, and
Yeah,
anyone else I can think of. Maybe Chastity. I have to take a look at her tech stats, but we don't count the tech stats anymore. So she
that's
she was there.
crazy. Oh, that makes me feel good. That's
Yeah,
some that's
keep
some
it.
champion status.
But you know what's even better? Now you can now that you got that record, now you can build on that record. You know, now some other female can come around tomorrow and they have to catch you. You know what I mean?
See,
Which is
I
really
was talking about getting Hall of Fame status. This is what I'm talking about.
that's a note. That's a tick in your that's a tick in the box. You are the winningness, the winningest femc in the league in the singles division, which is huge. That's big.
Yeah, I've been talking about making my Hall of Fame run. I want to get my name in there.
You
Eventually, he will go down in Hall of Fame.
as of right now, you're the head runner when it comes to the females. You know, let's be real. Been here the longest, got the most wins in the singles division. You know what I mean? You two-time FEMC division champion. You have a resume. Who
Yeah,
knows?
I'm getting. I want my. I want it. I want it. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. I just want my resume to like really make sense. Like get a couple big wins in there.
Yeah. Big wins and maybe a title on another division. You know what I mean? Like to get into the hall is it's a prestigious thing. Not everyone's going to get there, but you got to like I said
No,
you got to have a resume and your resume is starting to build. And you have to be here at least 5 years and you've been over here more than 5 years.
yeah, this is my sixth year now.
Yeah. So you're
So
eligible. You're
there we
eligible.
go.
Who knows?
Anyway, Tommy B, I won't keep you too long. It's been an hour,
Yeah. No, I
and
appreciate you having me on again. I'm a two-time, do we count the first one?
well, it wasn't full disclosure then, but we can count the first one if you want.
All right. I want to be two-time. Who else
I'll
have you done
count it if
twice
you
with?
count it.
I'm counting
I've done
it.
Stigma twice.
All right. Well, give me another 3 or 4 months and have me back. I'm down.
100%. And we're gonna
Yeah.
have another big card to talk about. And like, Don't Get Smoked 4 was fucking crazy, bro. That was the craziest event B.A.R.Z has ever thrown.
Really, eh? In your opinion, that's the best we've done? Like the best event we've done
Oh my
since the
God, was
5 years?
that ever wild. Just
Yeah.
just the amount of people that tapped in live for it, like that that's wild. Just the attraction that you had on it, and then in crowd command as well, having that many people tap in live, like just it was such a good event, and just just flawless battles that came out of people, the amount of preparation and work that went in that everybody put in, like that's what we want to see from people. You know what I mean? We don't want to see people dropping the bar. We want to see that type of preparation and work.
Yeah, I think that event was like to me probably like the most viewed battle like event that we had all together. But it also was like it was one of the events that you're gonna remember for a long time. You know what I mean? It's one of those events where it's like, yo, you remember when fucking Chunks and fucking Mofire made it. Remember that body that fucking MK Ultra had? Remember when Genesis choked? Remember when I mean? There's so many like little moments there. Remember when B.A.R.Z talked about Bonnie Godiva in the fucking in his round, and she was a judge. Like
Yeah.
so
Do
many
you
of those
remember when
moments.
Bonnie Godiva didn't get one of Zod's bars? Like,
Yeah, right. Um, but yeah, it's definitely one of the best events we ever threw. I'd put that event right beside like some of our live events that we threw. I mean, we've done our
yo,
live event.
100%. A
Yeah,
100%. Like
right up there with
for
it.
an online event, like it went off, and like just the production of it went off so flawlessly. Like there wasn't really many glitches per
Yeah,
se that
that's
you
what I was
had to
afraid
deal
of.
with.
I was afraid of that. I'm glad that it was very smooth, especially on
Yeah,
our end. I knew on their end it was going to be very, very done flawlessly because they've been doing that for a long time. But it actually worked out well on our side as well. There wasn't many dry moments. We weren't really, waiting on opponents to come in. Only the one time when MK Ultra had that little problem getting on the stream. But once he figured that out, he was the only one. Everyone else
well,
was there and ready to go.
right, exactly. And not to mention sometimes StreamYard's a little glitchy. Like you get those moments where it circles out or whatever. Like we didn't
Right.
even have that happen. So like
Yeah. And there
very,
was like
very blessed to have good production.
that was the first time I've ever hosted a stream where there was like 40, 50 people on the eyeball that you see when you stream. There was 40, 50 people watching at the same time, which was really cool to see. I've never had that many people watch. So I don't know if that's that's definitely a league wars definitely have that effect where their people come here and our people come there, and a lot of people want to see what league wins. So that league wars are something we're going to be doing more often, and definitely with crowd command. I mean, they're very professional at what they do, and I do it again in a heartbeat for them.
Have
But
you
yeah,
decided what we're gonna do for the tiebreaker?
I think we're just going to leave it as a tie, and then we're going to have another event, and then we're going to make sure that the next event that we do is going to be an odd amount of battles. Because I think and what I loved about it is, like, Huva said that we're only going to get 4 wins, and then we ended up making it 7-7. So that really shocked them, and I think that's why they didn't want to do an odd amount, because they actually thought they were going to run away with it. And I loved how we weren't very cocky, but we knew that we were going to be close on winning. But I think it was the best possible thing that happened was that it became a tie, because now leading up to the next event, it's going to be that much bigger because it was tied. You know what I mean? Now it's like, holy fuck, this next event, we have to see it. We have to see which league, because the league that wins the next event basically wins both events.
Right, right.
Because now it's like, now who do they put up against who we put up? And like, who knows, by the time we do it again, we might even have a whole different roster. I mean, the Team B.A.R.Z roster, depending on how they do and if they want to do it again. And then if I decide I want to bring them back, obviously I'm not going to bring Genesis back. Um, Everyone else, though, I feel like, they did their best, and they had a shot at it. Everyone that lost over here was close. I never thought any of those battles were fucking bad. Zod
No,
did well. Zod did
even
well. Polo
Zod
did
did
well.
really well. Yeah,
Yep.
but Zod did really well. He did a whole scheme with the entire roster that I think got
Yep.
missed.
Yeah, Bonnie Godive didn't know that, and neither did Mickey Fax. And I felt like they did. That's why it was risky for Zod to do that, because those judges, and that's why those judges were legit judges. They weren't biased, because they would have known. They would have known everyone's name. You know what I mean? Because they're definitely brought there to do a job where they had to decide who they thought won the battle. And the reason why Bonnie voted the other way is because she didn't understand that there was a scheme, because she's not a part of crowd command. You know what I mean? She doesn't know everyone's name and shit. So
Yep.
that's why I feel it was done very fairly. But next event, that's why I urge people to, if you're battling in bars, keep battling in bars, get your wins up in bars, because the next event that we do, if you're not being active in the league, if you're not battling in the league, I'm not going to pick you to represent the league. Like, guys like Zod got there because they've been so active in the league. Guys like Mofire, I mean, it was an easy choice because Mofire is so talented, but he was very active in the league. You know what I mean? Like, Trap, he's not active, but I knew he was good enough to go there. You know what I mean? Next time I put this roster together, it may be different because of activities. Some new guy can come in and light the league up. You know what I mean? And then what do you do? Then I have to make a decision. So stay active in bars so you can be a part of that next roster if you want to be a part of it.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
You already know.
You already know. Anyway, Tommy B, I appreciate your time.
Salute to
And
you. Salute to you. Thanks for having me. And salute to the B.A.R.Z fan, man. It's B.A.R.Z, bitch. Let's go.
It's B.A.R.Z, bitch. Anyways, peace, love, happiness, all the good things in between. Peace out, everybody.
Later.
Have a good